Today on Eagle Nation News, we have a show all about student activity. First up, we stitch the story behind our fashion design class. Next up, we drive through what Auto Tech is doing for our teachers. And finally, we tackle Coach Thompson's O-line team. All this and more on today's edition of Eagle Nation News. Good morning, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us. I'm Shemaya Landor.
And I'm Imogen Perez, bringing this week's news. And then starts
right now.
Welcome back, Eagle Nation, and thank you for joining us here again at Studio 301.
Today is Friday, April 25th. The weather is nice and sunny with a high of 83 and a low of 61.
Shemaya, with the rain finally ending and the start of the warm weather, it seems like the perfect time to pull out summer clothes.
Yes, but one class here at PHS is making their own for their end at the fashion show. Here's the story of our PHS fashion design.
The fashion show this year, the students selected the theme of fantasy, and our show is called Once Upon a Runway. My favorite thing is just having my students see their own garments on the runway and seeing what they can do.
I just love creating my own looks and having the freedom to do whatever I want with the clothes that I'm making and the makeup that I'm doing and the hair that I'm doing, and I just have to send them down the runway and hope they do the best they can.
Fashion show itself is kind of a demonstration of everything that we've worked for the past 2 or 3 years, depending on how long you've been in fashion.
I always sewed doll clothing with my grandma, and I started going to little sewing classes in the 5th grade. I never really thought doing fashion design in the past, but sewing's always been something I've always wanted to, it's always been a hobby for me. So I feel like this class really put it all together. I think it's really helping me for my future because that is what I want to do in college.
Fashion has always been a love for me. I think it's truly one of the best ways to help someone express themselves and kind of work out issues that they might not be ready to deal with.
I really do love these people in my class. This class has really become a family, and I would not trade it for the world.
The fashion show is on May 1st, so if you're interested, make sure to stop by and support our fashion design.
These students have worked so hard, and maybe one day we'll see them on TV.
Yes. And speaking of TV, there's lots of new releases in Hollywood.
Don't go, Talent Talk is up next.
FCA is hosting a girls-only night on Monday, April 28th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. in the MPF. The event will include a guest speaker, games, food, and even prizes. A separate meeting for boys will be held at the end of next month. See you there.
The entertainment world is keeping busy.
Colson Boston is in studio with this week's Talent Talk.
Thanks, Imogen. Let's start off in some of the major headlines, which is no other than Coachella Week 2. Starting off with no one other than Lady Gaga. She performed another hit set this weekend, including Judas, Paparazzi, Bad Romance, and Abracadabra. But during the hit song, her mic cut out. She disappeared for only a few seconds just to come back with a handheld mic, and she didn't miss a beat. I know that if my mic cut out, I probably wouldn't have handled it as good as she did. After the performance, she later apologized.
Sorry, my mic was broken for a second. At least you know I sing live.
Now staying on Coachella's main stage, Benson Boone previewed his newest song, Majestical Magical. You may have heard the song on TikTok for the past week, but now you can stream the song as it was released yesterday. The song has already been a major success for Benson, with his lyric video getting 400,000 views on YouTube and being number 10 on trending. Now leaving California and going to New York, Joe Goldberg is back with the 5th and final season of You. And after watching the first 5 episodes, I'll say it, season 5 might just be the best first half of a season that I've ever watched. From the endless plot twist to the cinematography, it is incredible. But I'm not saying that you should watch it because it deals with some mature topics, so just keep that in mind if you watch. Now traveling light speed to the world of Star Wars, Disney released their newest season of Andor. This season follows Cassian Andor over 4 years, bridging the gap between the end of season 1 and the movie Rogue One. Since its release on Tuesday, Forbes has put out a story saying, quote, a masterpiece, some of the best Star Wars ever made. The series has gotten an impressive 97% on the Rotten Tomatoes scale, making this the highest rated Star Wars movie or show. And now from the planet to the pit lane, in just over 2 months, the highly awaited F1 film will be released. The Apple-produced film is being directed by Joseph Kosinski, who also directed Top Gun Maverick. The adrenaline-packed production is also being co-directed by 7-time F1 world champion Lewis Hamilton. Lewis has been seen helping on set when he can, but that's not often, seeing how this movie is being filmed during F1 weekends. That's right, the star actor Brad Pitt has been gifted a license to drive on the track during the F1 weekends in a modified F2 car. And to keep fans from not knowing what happens, they have filmed multiple different podium scenes to keep the fans in attendance questioning what is actually going to happen. Now, personally, as an F1 fan, I love the idea of this movie being filmed with a full race weekend atmosphere. But I want to know, do you guys want to see more movies being filmed during events back at the desk?
Colton, I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen Andor, but I might have to now.
Yes, I definitely have a lot to catch up. Seems like my summer is going to be busy.
Elsa Meyer takes the halls to see what our peers are up to in this upcoming summer heat wave.
Even though it's been raining a lot, warm weather is on the horizon. It's the perfect opportunity to throw on some sunglasses, spend some time outside, and get ready for summer. So let's go see what PHS students' favorite summer activities are. What is your favorite summer activity?
I like to go to Six Flags with Addie Bergman.
Definitely traveling. I want to go to like any Europe countries or like India.
Swimming.
Probably hang out with my friends, going to the gym.
I love going swimming.
Going to the pool.
Swimming.
Tanning. Yeah, tanning or going to the pool.
Probably going swimming at the pool or the beach.
Well, I've got 3 kids under the age of 6, so we try to get to as many splash pads around this North Texas area as possible and have fun there.
I like to do clubs. I really like to sleep. Our favorite summer activity is going swimming.
Do you have like a specific place you like to swim?
At Windsong Ranch. Yeah, the lagoon at Windsong Ranch.
I would say hanging out with friends more, like going to the mall.
Yeah, I would agree with that too.
My favorite summer activity is traveling with my family. We usually go out of town somewhere together when I'm off, and I just love doing that in the summer.
Do you have like a favorite place that you guys have gone?
So my favorite thing to do is take a cruise. My daughter's favorite thing to do is go to Disney World.
Love Disney World. I know I love spending time outside, hanging out by the pool, but Shemaya and Imogen, what are your guys' favorites back at the desk?
My favorite activity is to catch up on reading books that I may never finish.
And Elsa, swimming is definitely one of the best summer activities. Personally, I love family road trips.
And speaking of cars, one class at Prosper is making sure teachers are driving safe and comfortable.
Kathy Ortiz revs up this story.
Here at Prosper High School's Auto Tech class, they take hands-on experience to another level.
For our Auto 2, their primary curriculum for the class is doing live jobs. Those live jobs are provided by our teachers who need brake adjustments or brake changes, brake pad changes.
Olivia, a first-year student, discusses what makes this class special to her.
I love being out here in the shop, helping people. It's one of my favorite classes because I get to work on cars. The teachers and the students really inspire me to become a mechanic or work in the auto shop field.
Mr. Seymour explains how this initiative affects the program and its consumers.
First off, it gives the students live assessments, inspections, and it's not staged. We never know what we're going to have, so it gives them some variety of skills. And we're able to save our teachers money by providing a service that's cheaper than them going out to the industry.
Through this program, many students have been able to find their true passion. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Catherine Ortiz.
Well, to all students with or without prior knowledge, so make sure to sign up if you're interested.
It's so great to see these students helping teachers stay on the move.
And always on the move is Prosper Sports. Stay tuned, game time is up next.
It's time to start your morning off right. Get a taste of home with crisp hash browns, specialty pancakes, and more. There's something for people of all ages. Visit Jam and Toast in Frisco today. Family owned, locally loved.
Prosper Sports are always on fire.
Maddie Kep is swinging into this week's game time.
Thanks, Shemaya. Heading it into baseball news, our Eagles took on Plano West at Plano West and came out winning with a score of 28-3. This won't be the last time our Eagles crush the Wolves since they're facing them again tonight at 7 at our home field for senior night. Be sure to come out and cheer on our Prosper Eagle baseball team. Staying on the base, our Lady Eagles softball team took on Marcus and sadly came out losing of a score of 0-14. But the Lady Eagles are taking Marcus once again tonight at 7 at Marcus. This is game 1 of 3 against Marcus, so be sure to come out and cheer loud for our Lady Eagles. Now swinging into the green, your Prosper Girls golf team has made history for the first time. They're heading to the 6A state tournament. Good luck to our Lady Eagles. Now taking it over to the court, our Prosper Eagles tennis team are currently in the second day of their district tournament in Allen. Best of luck to our Eagles. Even though it is not football season yet, there is one coach who is still striving to make a difference. Landon Byram took to the field to learn more about Coach Thompson's offensive linemen.
There is one coach at PHS who is striving to make a difference.
I've been doing this for 23 years now. When I was a young coach, there was a couple offensive line clinics that I was able to go to and learn a lot from some college coaches and some other coaches that have been into it. And so for me, it was just, what am I giving back to this coaching profession? How am I helping the next group of offensive line coaches that are coming up? How am I helping these guys get better? How am I helping these guys get more opportunities?
With a lot of experience comes success on the field and good leadership.
I think it'll help a lot of coaches because he's very intelligent and has been doing it for a while. He knows what it looks like, and especially for me and my opportunity, I'm very grateful to see a lot of O-line coaches, and the way that other O-line coaches coach is the way he coaches, and I think he'll be somewhere big one day.
With Coach Thompson by the players' side, it brings them closer together as a family. Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Landon Byram.
Spring ball is starting up soon, so if you want to see these athletes in action, keep an eye out for our upcoming games.
Well, that's all we have for you today, Eagle Nation, and thank you for letting us tell your stories. Once again, I'm Imogen Perez.
And I'm Shamaya Landor. Have a great weekend, and
Go Eagles!